What's going on YouTube? It's Mike here, and today guys I would like to talk about the iOS 5 Beta 6. Now a lot of people are running iOS 5 on their devices currently. Of course it is still in the beta stages, as well as some of the newer iTunes 10.5 beta releases by Apple. Now if you're looking for the currents and everything, all the current devices have been updated by Apple for the developers. The new version is iOS 5 Beta 6, and you can download that now on your iPod Touch, your iPhone, or your iPad over the air. Now I recommend doing over the air versus plugging in, because over the air is much faster. But guys, I do want to warn you, don't do Wi-Fi sync anymore. Wi-Fi sync is way too buggy. It's a great feature, but if you're going to be updating your iPod, iPhone, or iPad to iOS 5 Beta 6, turn off Wi-Fi sync before you do this. For some reason, I've had problems all night long with my iPhone not backing up correctly in my iPod Touch, because, I have a lot of files on my devices. Like, I'm not saying I need two devices with the same exact stuff. I only need one. It's not like I use my iPod Touch now day to day. It's mainly my iPhone, but just turn off Wi-Fi sync. Apple's got really good potential on it, but since it's still the betas, it's still very buggy, and I would wait until at least the GM comes out, then I would turn it on. Apple hasn't worked all the kinks out of it, if you've read my Twitter tweet. So, also on iOS 5, there are some releases in Beta 6. iMovie's now working again on the iPod Touch and the iPad, as well as the iPhone. I'm not sure about the iPad, because my iPad is now the only one that runs iOS 4 out of all my iDevice family, besides my older, like my iPhone 3G, my iPod Touch 2G. Those stopped at 4.2.1, unfortunately, but there are, my iPhone and iPod Touch is updated to iOS 5, so I'm able to tell, what's new and how everything works. But iOS 5 Beta 5 had a lot of bugs. Like, it was probably the buggiest beta. That and Beta 3 were the buggiest betas that came out. So I'm really glad Apple did this quick, and it was a quick software update. Like, Beta 5 was only around for a week or two. I think it's a 2-week rule. Every 2 weeks they update it. But what kind of gets annoying is having to always download a new version of iTunes. The firmwares I'm fine with, but it's the beta versions of iTunes. Those just get annoying. But anyways, if you're looking for all the currents, it's iOS 5 Beta 6, iTunes 10.5 Beta 6, and that follows for, the iPhone, the iPad, the iPod Touch. The Apple TV is on Beta 5. The Apple TV, for some reason, for the iOS 5 is always one beta lower. I don't know why. There is, well, this doesn't relate to it, but there's SDK. There's the new version of SDK Beta 4. I'm not part of SDK. I'm only part of iOS development, so I have no idea, but I know that there is a new version of SDK 4.2. I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry if I get it wrong, because I'm not part of it, so all I know is that they updated, and there is a new version of iCloud. This is the 6th beta, well no, I made from Beta 2 of iOS 5 to Beta 6. This is the Beta 6 video. As always, there are links in the description to download iTunes 10.5 Beta 6 and iOS Beta 6. Now, this is a really easy link. You don't even need it in the description, but as always, I'll put it there for you guys. Why not? That's how nice I am. Go ahead and go to imzdl.com. IMZDL, myspellingsucks.com. If it's not that, then the link will just be in the description, but it's imzdl, and it's got, actually you could download macOS X Line for free if you really wanted to. That's why I closed my macOS X Line giveaway, because I figured out that was the gateway to getting it. From there you can get your iCloud betas, your iOS development files, your SDK, and iTunes 10.5. As always, guys, iOS 5 is just intended at the minute for developers. So if you're a developer or you are registered with, your UDID is registered, only use it, don't use it for anything else. And please don't take into consideration that Apple's iOS 5 is pretty buggy, because at the minute, yes it is. The beta is actually very, very buggy. That's because it's a beta. Again, guys, it's just a testing version to see how, Apple can work the kinks out of it, and us developers are able to report the bugs to Apple, and then they fix it just like that. So when the GM comes out, you guys will be able to download that without needing the registered UGID, and then you guys could take it down from there. That's really all there is to it. Alright, and links will be in the description once again, but please don't get the wrong impression that Apple's messing up iOS 5, because they're really not. Alright guys, and please comment below on your thoughts, rate, give this video a thumbs up, and of course click the subscribe button up top. I like doing these beta release videos, guys. I like updating you because I'm like Cywato. Alright guys, and that is it for this video, and well, I'll catch you in the next one. I think my next one is going to be something different, disassembling a Macintosh Plus. I worked hard on that video. Alright guys, and what do I say now? Oh yeah, peace.